Hey everyone, what is going on? Today I'm going to do a little, review. You've already seen me put a catch can on. This is for the K motor catch can. It says it's baffled. Let's open it up real quick and see the inside. Comes with all these fittings and plugs, so if you don't want to use it as a breather style, there's a plug for up here. And let's open it up. There's a little O-ring to separate the can. That's where the little valve guy will go to drain it. And there we go. Now, it's small. It's the same size as the inline PCV side one that I got from Moroso that I put in. This one doesn't really have a baffle that hangs down. But you got an inlet port, you got an outlet port, and this is also an outlet port here. And I actually took this out. There is, I'll show you real quick once I find the Allen key. There's a little micron filter, a stainless mesh micron filter in here to keep the oil from actually going through with the air. So let me pull that out real quick and I'll show you. Then we'll install it real quick. So hopefully there's enough light. See what I'm doing? Alright. So this little plug here is your outlet port. And a little Allen key. Take this plug out. And carefully, what makes this better than the Moroso one that I'm using is this little micron stainless disc. This little filter. This will help separate out the oil so that it doesn't blow out all over the inside of my bumper. So I'm going to put this all back together. I already have the fittings together that I need because I'm not going to be using this outlet, so I got to plug that and just replace it with the Moroso one, and I have some adapter fittings, so I'll throw it on real quick. So I didn't want to redo this dash 12 AN line that I ran over to here since it's already here, so I just went to the hardware store and got a plug and unfortunately this many pieces to adapt it to this dash 12 line. And so what I gotta do now is fit all this together on this can. Then we'll mount it, we'll pull this one off, we'll mount it. Actually, let me pull this off now. I need some channel locks. Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong nut, duh. I think I broke it loose when I was test fitting what size this was. So that'll be off. There's two Allen screws on the back here. This whole filter will come off, and this new one, since it's nice and small, will tuck up nicely up in here. Probably leave it around here, same holes, so that's the same height as that. And as you can see, it's roughly the same size, probably just a little bit off of the Moroso one. So let me get all these fittings on, pull this off, and get this one mounted, and we'll be right back. So there is my ugly adapter, but I'm going to rotate this bracket so that way the drain valve is easy to get to, and you won't see that because it'll be in the bumper. So let me go ahead. I got to pull this off. I got to get some Allen keys to rotate that, and then just got to mount it up, hook it up. All my pipe style fittings, I use this thread sealant on, this high temp stuff from the auto store. Smells really good for some reason. I don't know why. And then last thing we'll do is once it's mounted is we'll put this in and put that filter on. Be right back. There we go. It's out. There we go. There's a bracket. So now all I got to do is mount this guy up in here, probably like about there roughly. You can see that if the light's good. I'll mount this up in here, put the screws back in, put the filter on, hook this guy up, and should be set to put the bumper back on, which will be a huge step forward in getting this car ready. So let me throw this all on since you guys probably don't want to see that. Just got to tighten up these Allen screws a little bit. kind of tight where I put it. I raised it up some, but that's fine. And it's got a little bit of wiggle into it, but that's fine. It's not all the way tightened yet. I'm going to finish tightening this up, and then I'll slap the filter on. I'll make sure that this is nice and tight. I just put it on so I knew, you know, which way to angle it. And we'll finish it up, so be right back. There it is, fully installed, right next to the inline Mishimoto one. Here's the K-motor one. So that should be nice, easy to get to. Throw the bumper on real quick. And I said this in the Mishimoto one. This one just normally used to come from this valve cover, feed into here in the intake. So I ran it to this Moroso one, which isn't baffled at all. You can see the filter's filled with oil. So this dash 12 is nice and big to get flow through into this guy, hopefully to catch it now. And I added that Mishimoto one into the PCV system right here, which I'll check out. Bumper's back on. Can barely see the catch can down in there, which is nice. Might even be able just to get a little can in there at the track to open it up and empty it right through the front, right up in here. That seems like a really cool idea. And we also don't have a giant hanging Moroso one plopping down. So, looks really nice. So that went really quickly. It helped that I already had one installed, and that I figured out all my sizes beforehand. But if anyone's curious, it's about half the cost of the Mishimoto one. I'll put a link below to their eBay store. Here is their universal aluminum baffled oil catch can. And you may not need extra fittings, but I was keeping that one size, so I did. So hope you guys like this video. Hopefully I kept it shorter since I already did one catch can install. And if you have any questions, like and subscribe. Till next time.